The views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff and management of WWDB TV. Hot topics, food, fun, entertainment, and serious business. Live Las Vegas with Rikki Cheese.
Welcome, Las Vegas, to Live Las Vegas with Rikki Cheese, one of my very favorite guests. You know, they're always my favorite guests. You guys know I always say that. But no, really, he really is one of my very favorite guests. Murray Sawchuck, who is a magician at Planet Hollywood, who is here joining us today. And you know what? We don't even have an agenda today. I just wanted to have Murray on because I haven't seen him for a while. And so I just wanted to talk to him about, you have to go on his YouTube channel. The boy is fierce. He's got like everybody and their mama's following him on YouTube.
Yeah.
And closer to home, he trains his little bitty. The dog is about this big. All right. He trains his little dog at the
Smarty Paws.
Smarty
over
Paws
on Rancho, yeah.
Oh my gosh, you have got to see the videos. They're so cute. Plus, he is just a remarkable human being he loves his mama. If you follow him at all, you'll see he and mama are everywhere together, and it's just really neat to know that there are people here in Las Vegas who really care about not just the community and not just the entertainment business, but who care about human beings who are coming in and out of our valley. So thank you for being on.
Thanks
today.
for having me. You know, I always love seeing you.
Yeah, so fantastic. Yeah. So let's start talking about your show.
Sure.
The show that you do at Planet Hollywood, which is 4 o'clock in the afternoon. How did you guys come up with 4 o'clock in the afternoon? Why that time?
Well, it's a weird thing because when we had my show originally at Tropicana, I was at 7 o'clock. And I opened my show the same time Laugh Factory started at Tropicana. It all started at once. And then after about a year, Roseanne Barr wanted to come in, and so did Gallagher, and they're legends. And they wanted to do an hour spot. Well, the prime spot for any show is like 7 or 8 o'clock. Well, Laugh Factory already has an 8:30 and a 10:30 slot. That's when Laugh Factory has their 3-comic show. It's been around for years. But Roseanne wants that 7 o'clock spot. So obviously they go, hey, Murr, we got to move you because Roseanne wants to come in, Gallagher wants to come in. I said, I get it. They're legends. They're amazing. So they said, well, we can offer you.
And they're not here right now, but whatever.
Yeah.
The legend is still here.
I know, right? And so so they said, hey, you know, we can bump you to 4 o'clock. What do you think? I thought, oh, boy, that's not going to. I said, well, you know, I don't have no choice. So I moved it to 4 o'clock, and I thought, well, this could be the end of my show. This is at 4 o'clock. You know, who goes to see a show at 4? And when I did that, it was unbelievable. My numbers actually doubled. And I was shocked. And the reason why I've come up with is when you have a show at 7, 8, 9 o'clock, you're competing against everybody. Right. Blue Man Group, Cirque, Rod Stewart, Elton John, everybody. But when you have a show at 4, there's only 2 or 3 other shows in Vegas. It's at 4 o'clock. So all of a sudden you have no competition. So people can come see your show at 4 and then go see the big ticket show or the destination show, as I call it, Rod Stewart or Elton John. Because people come to Vegas for those shows. Right. People see my show who are already here and go, you know what, I've seen that guy on Pawn Stars. Well, we're a big fan of his on YouTube. We have an extra day in town. Let's go see him. Right. So, but you got to know where your place is in the market and how you interact that with ticket sales, and that's how you stay successful. So.
And what I love about your show, because honestly, at the beginning, I thought 4 o'clock, but you know what? I'm a lazy Vegas girl. So even for people coming in town, especially for families, because your show is like very, very family friendly. So you're out, you've gone to the Strip, you've done the buffet, et cetera, What do you do with the kids if you got grandma, or like in my family, we've got like a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses. We were so bad when Splash went away. You know, let me just date myself.
You're right.
There aren't that many shows that are really, really family friendly that happen in the middle of the day.
That's right.
Where you can, you know, take grandma and the kids and everybody, and then still go to dinner, put them to sleep, and then you can still go out at night.
That's right.
Your show is perfect for that.
Yeah, it's great, and also it's reasonable, and it's competitive with all the other shows in the market, and you got to know where you're at with your market. And I've been very fortunate, we're going into our 7th year on the Strip, which is great. You can't beat
amazing,
that. Yeah,
right.
It's wonderful. In this town, shows last 2, 4, 6 months, so it's a miracle.
Yeah. Let's
sure.
talk about because you've been on the show before, but let's talk about a little bit about your background.
Sure.
I'm so intrigued how you became a magician from a family that was involved in railroads.
I know. What are the chances? I mean, what a hard left turn,
It was
right?
like your dad was doing it.
I know, right?
Make the train tracks go in a different direction.
No, my whole family's in the railway because that's just the way they were raised, from Vancouver, Canada, and BC, British Columbia. And his father worked in the railway, so then you kind of follow your line of, if it's a good job. And so my dad went into that, and his brother did, and then they all moved to Vancouver, Canada. He used to live in a small town up in northern British Columbia. And so everyone else kind of did that because it was a good pension plan. It was a good company you could work 30 or 40 years with, and it was the old school of job, like that General Electric job or the General Motors job. You just get the job, and you got it for life, Right. Those days have changed. But my father, on the side note, he also loved music. He also was a very good baseball player. And when he was 17, he was drafted to the Vancouver Canadian Mounties, which was a really big baseball team in Vancouver. And his father told him when he was 17, saying, hey, if you want to raise a family, have a great life, don't do that stuff that's frivolous because there's no stability in it. It gets you a good job with the railway, you'll work and have a great family, and so he never took that risk. And same with music. My father even cut an album. He used to play accordion, drums, banjo, guitar. He had a band, and his dad again said, hey, look, you want to keep a good life and, an honest living, you work for a company that can really support. So Dad never took that risk. I, ironically, was the opposite. And when I got to do something I love, let's do this, And so I went to school, of course, I have a degree in broadcast and radio journalism and a minor in business, but I loved magic since I was 7. So I kept going. Parents supported me, and I kept doing birthday parties and kids' things as a teenager. Got a Yellow Pages ad back in the day when the internet wasn't around, because that's how you advertised.
Right.
And,
Yellow Pages.
I know, right? Which they still have, which is great, And it's, I don't know who uses it, but yeah, so that's kind of how I moved into this, and they supported me. And then I just kept getting job after job because I kind of learned how to self-market myself from a very young age. And I've done 19 jobs in my life. I've been a busboy, I've washed dishes, I've fixed bikes, I've telemarketed, I've cooked fish and chips, I've done everything. If you don't think I've done, I have. Like, oh, you're so lucky. I said, no, I did it all.
Right.
I just chose not to want to keep doing it, but I learned, and I also did a paper route when I was like 12 years old, delivering papers. Well, the interesting thing is, with this paper route, I would get a half a cent more paper if every time there was a flyer inserted, like Sears, Dillard's, whatever it was. Back in Canada, it was like Hudson's Bay Company and a bunch of other big department stores we have. So I'm thinking, if I'm getting a half a cent more for adding these flyers, why don't I start my own business? So I went on the Commodore 64, again dating myself, the first computer, printed off a print shop flyer, went to a Kinko's, printed off about 300 of these flyers at 2.5 cents a piece, and then as I was stuffing the Sears and the Dillards into the thing, I would stick I can rake your leaves for $50 a lawn, I can mow your grass, because I could do that. I did it at home for free for my parents. So as I delivered these papers, I would insert this stuff, and sure enough, I'd get calls every weekend for raking leaves and cutting grass as a side business. So I made money on the side, and then when I got into magic, I thought, wait a minute, let's just apply the same principle of magic shows, birthday parties. So I do the same thing, and I go to rec centers and put up ads and stuff. So yeah, so I'm very much into the PR and self-marketing. I'm 90% PR and 10% talent, but that's what it is.
So what was your first aha moment in magic where you were like, ooh, this is me?
I don't know. I think it might have been when my father's dear friend, Don Stallman, it was his best man in his wedding. Both the guys are passed away now, but I remember coming over to the house when I was a kid, 10, 11, 12 years old, doing a magic trick for him. And when I did the trick, it actually worked. And he said, "Oh, wait a minute, kid, give me those ropes. How did you do that?" And I knew I'd fooled him. He wasn't acting or faking it, because I could tell really easily. And I was like, wow, I actually fooled him. That's pretty amazing. Here, I know how it's done. It's right here, but he never caught me. And I thought, well, that's pretty cool as a kid.
Right.
And then other aha moments throughout the years of everything from, working with some really cool stars like Alice Cooper, or being on America's Got Talent or Pawn Stars, or touring or traveling. traveling or working with, a lot of cool people, you have those aha moments where you are working with Johnny Depp and you're like, how did me and Johnny Depp get in the same bill? He's this legendary actor, right?
Right.
Phenomenal. And here's this guy that does tricks for a living from Canada. How the hell did that happen?
Right.
So yeah.
So let's talk about Pawn Stars. I mean, the Pawn Stars guys, they're big, huge. I mean, they're buying up all of downtown Las Vegas.
Correct.
So are you buying up?
I buy properties, but not commercial real estate. But I do buy rental properties. I think it's a great way to have a retirement.
But that's one of your breakout things. America's Got Talent. Let's talk about the international and national TV shows that actually put you on the map.
Yeah, well, I started way back in the day auditioning for stuff. And, when I came to Vegas, it was 2002, I had a show at the Frontier Hotel. There's a guy...
The Frontier?
The Frontier, yeah. Can you believe that? Yeah. And there's a guy at that time really becoming famous on this thing called reality TV, which we thought would never last. And his name was William Hung on American Idol. And he sung the song She Bangs, She Bangs. And everyone knows us to this day. And he stayed on the show for like 7 episodes or more. Had a huge fan following. He wasn't a very good singer,
right?
But he was getting paid
terrible.
$30,000 a corporate show because he became iconic on the show.
Right.
And I thought, here I've done all this magic, toured the world, I've got all these awards, I'm a world champ magician, and no one knows who I am. Yet this guy has no talent, and he's famous. So all of a sudden I said, let me look into this reality TV world. I think there's something there. So I started driving to LA, auditioning for reality TV and stuff. And my first reality TV thing was an episode of Blind Date, of all things. Yeah, because I could easily get on that. Because how bad can you be, right? And I pitched an idea, being a magician, going to the Magic Castle in Hollywood. They loved the idea, so we shot that. And then I did a bunch of, obviously, I've done tons of reality shows now. But then after that, it was Reno 911 on Comedy Central.
Yes, yeah.
And I shot the pilot season, so it didn't air yet. So I called it Reno 9/11 because I didn't know what the hell the name of the show was. Right. It wasn't airing. And then I watched the first 2 episodes and I thought, man, I don't get this humor. It's too obvious for me. The humor, it's too slapstick. It's not funny for me. I see the joke coming miles away. And I thought, this will never last. I hope to God it'll last 6 episodes. I was on the 6th episode. I thought, please just last the 6th one because I want to have my stuff air on Comedy Central. And then it became a cult classic. And they did a movie and it was a big hit. So it was kind of a cool thing. But those are my first breakout things that a lot of people can find me on. And then after that, it became, America's Got Talent, where I stayed on there for a full season. And then right after that, I bumped right in. I got lucky, bumped right into Pawn Stars, thanks to Adam Steck, who owns Spy Entertainment here in Vegas. He was working with them, and today I got a great host for you guys on the road. So I went on the road with him, hosting shows. And then Rick said, hey, why don't you come on the show as an expert? You know magic. I said, well, yeah, I know magic very well. Why don't we see if we can find some old magic items? And because we don't have that on the show. It's different, because they're always looking for unique things, you know? And I said, well, let's do it. So we put it together, and I think I've done 10 seasons of Pawn Stars. It's been wonderful.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, and a lot of people don't realize, and because I was trying to get them on the show, is that simply because of contractual obligations, the people when you see them, those folks who are lined up in front of the store, they think that they're going to get in to see Rick and Chun-Li and all those guys. No, they can't, because that's a whole other ball of wax. Even just like your show, it's like they can come see your show, but they can't, well, maybe you can come down and hang out with us at WWDB TV. So that's your only chance getting around that. But, there are some things that get in the way of that. I mean, you have to be able to protect your brand, protect your business, and protect yourself.
Yeah. There's a few stars that do it. Like after my show, I do a meet and greet always. It's a big thing. I like. I think it should be done. I see a lot of people in this town, stars who don't do meet and greets, that should be doing meet and greets because they need that audience interaction with the Facebook, the Twitter, the Instagram. That photo of you and that person really helps sell yourself. No, Rod Stewart doesn't need it. Neither does Shania Twain or Reba McEntire. They're at a different level. They're A-list celebrities. They've been around for a lot of years. But back in the old days, they would greet the audience all the time. They needed that. But there's a lot of stars in this town that I sit back and go, it's strange why you wouldn't walk out and, you're not that big of a star, so shake a hand, you know what I mean? And I've always been that way. And then I look at Penn and Teller, and they are legends. They are stars. And after every show, they walk out in the lobby, no security, nothing. They stand there, and they take pictures every single night with hundreds of fans. And I look at them, and I go, you know what? If they can do it, I can do it, And same with the pawn shop. When you go down there, though, Chun-Li does pop in, and he'll stand there for a couple hours and sign autographs. He makes a point of it. And Rick and them, they do go down to the shop probably, I'd say, 2 or 3 times a week. And they may not come out into the front area, but they'll sit in the back and actually do business because people don't realize that is one of the only reality shows that it was a pawn shop, and it was their life before reality show. They weren't actors hired to be pawn guys.
Right.
They really did it to make their bills and pay the bills.
Right.
And then obviously with the show coming in, they became very famous. But that's really their roots.
Right.
You know, it's not a stage setup.
Right.
They all, you know.
And here in Las Vegas, we actually have, I won't just throw some names out, but we actually have quite a few men and women who are like that. That was their business. So they were approached by the reality TV industry, but this is their business. That's
right.
how they're paying the bills every single day. You know?
Exactly.
And they benefit from that. And one of the great things we were talking right before the show is my mother was a singer, and she was really, I used to love watching her with her fans. And then when I got into TV, I'm really very shy, and so I would like run from people. And she was like, baby. These folks are your life. They are your family now, and you have to give them that time. And I remember watching just an incredible star at MGM. After her show, she came out, and she was mobbed. I mean, mobbed. And she stood there until every single person was gone.
Sure. Yep.
And that made... For me, that was it. You know,
Yep.
I thought, if she can do that, she's this big of a star, and because she wasn't intending to do that, she just got
Sure.
stuck, right? But once she got stuck, she was just like, well, these are my people, and I'm going to stay here until all of them are gone. And she literally stayed until, I think that was like the security guard was like going, it was like me and the security guard standing there, because I wanted to watch that phenomenon of wanting to see somebody giving back.
Yep.
On that level was just amazing.
Yeah, well, if you're an entertainer, you're in the public eye. I always say, if you don't want to be in the public eye, go be an accountant. You know, you don't need to be in the public eye.
Mom used to say, be a plumber.
That's right.
She would say, because like, if you don't want to do this, go be a plumber.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, that's part of the business. If you don't want it anymore, then leave. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of part of the gig. You know, you're a people person. You're in the public eye. People will want to meet you if you're good. And it's a beautiful thing. You know, you should want that. Or if they want your autograph or signature, that's a big deal, because it's your signature. Who would want that, right? And so if somebody really wants that, that's a big honor. So you got to respect them.
Right. Yeah. So let's talk about the contrast between the show that you do, your 4 o'clock show, and we'll talk about more about your YouTube,
Sure.
which is a whole different kind of ball of wax. Your 4 o'clock show is very, very family friendly. So tell me how that all came about.
Well, everything I do is family friendly. So I always pictured, and I always made my show like Billy Crystal's. I always made my show like Ellen DeGeneres. I always made my show like Whoopi Goldberg's. You can bring your child to any of their shows, and it's always family friendly.
Right.
Do I do adult jokes in my show? Yes, I do. And will the kids know what I'm talking about? Not at all. And if they do, it wasn't me that shared that with them, you know.
Right.
And my show, what's funny, a lot of people come and go, wow, it's really not a kid's show. I'm like, no, it's not a kid's show. I never said it was. It's a comedy magic show. But all the stuff I do on stage live, I can do on television, on network TV, because why work on a great bit when you can't do it on a TV show, or you got to wait till late at night, you got to do an HBO. It doesn't work for me. So it's important that when you do comedy, when I see the people that I look up to, I want to make sure my material is good for everybody. And if it's not good for kids, then they probably won't understand it because they haven't been educated in that world yet. So therefore, they'll just watch and there'll be no reaction. So that's kind of the way I've always formulated my stuff. Even the stuff I do on YouTube is not a far stretch from my stage stuff. Stage stuff on a show is more scripted, and it's a show, so it works like that. Whereas my YouTube stuff is more pranks, outdoor tricks, stuff that are very raw and real at that moment, and I do tricks. Now what's interesting is I've taken stuff from the stage and dumbed them down to make them more appealing to street magic, and I say street magic because stuff you can do randomly on the street. Grab something out of a garbage can, walk by a store and grab a pepper and use that for whatever. So that's kind of where I've set myself up. So it really isn't as far stretched from both, because the character's pretty much the same, but the magic is interesting because I can do a lot of old tricks that become new on YouTube. Because now I can just bring the environment of Venice Beach there, or the Strip of Las Vegas, and just do something randomly versus a stage kind of prop, you know. So.
One of the ones I watched this morning, and let me just preface this as saying, as an African-American woman who just, we think that the cops are always out to get us, his cop pranks, I think only white people can get away with. I mean, let me just go there. I'm just like, I'll sit there going, Woo, that was me. I'd be in jail, be a CCDC. There's just no way. And the one I watched this morning was, because it was so innocent, was the guy, you got pulled over, and it was like a cookie.
I was on the phone.
Yes, you were on the phone.
I was on the phone, yeah.
So you were caught texting.
Yes.
So he pulls you over for that. I'd have already been in jail at that point. And then not just that, but you didn't even have your hands on the steering wheel.
Yeah.
Because, it's African American people of color. Put your hands on the steering wheel. You know that you have to do that. He had his hands all in his lap and everything. I was like, oh, really? And the cop didn't even pull his gun. And so I'm thinking, okay, well, where's this going? And then you somehow metamorphosed this cookie.
No, he was gonna. No, I never had a phone, so he thought I was texting and all that, and he pulls me over. He said, "You can't be tight." I'm not texting. I said, "Yes, you are." I said, "Do you see a phone in your hand?" I said, "It's not." I said, "It's not a phone. It's a cookie," and it was a cell phone cookie. And so I never even had a cell phone even around me, and he thought it was, and that was a prank, and so he wasn't too happy about it. But
and there are just you have to go on. You are up now over 500,000 subscribers.
yeah, we're half a million
YouTube.
subscribers. Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
How did you pull that off?
A lot of
'Cause
work.
Last time you were on the show, you were only up to 250.
Even
I
that,
think.
yeah, something like that. Yeah, no, it's dedication. We upload every Wednesday. It's under Magic Murray on YouTube, and the videos are great. Once again, we go back to that. The videos are good for any age from 2 to 102.
Right.
It doesn't, your kids can watch it. It's not going to be.
There's no cussing. There's no.
No, it's all fun
screaming.
things. We're all having a good time. It's
Yeah.
pranks. It's nothing more than you'd see on a TV show in prime time.
Right.
And it's being consistent and persistent, and we upload every Wednesday, and we've done it for 2.5 years without missing a week. And that's how you become successful. You want to be successful. You never stop what you're doing. You keep the consistency up, and therefore you'll achieve it.
And where can people find your outtakes? Because I know that you have like a place where you can go find.
Well, there's not many outtakes. No, we do a couple of uploads where they're fails, like where things didn't work, and they're actually on my YouTube channel as well, Magic Murray, and you'll see my fails or the things that don't work. But we purposely upload those so people can see what it is like to get something done. We don't upload those probably once a year. We do a compilation of fails and stuff that don't work or whatever. But it's usually once a year we put that together. So,
right.
yeah.
I think some of the ones that I really really love are the ones where you go out into communities and there's homeless people and you do neat stuff.
Yep.
It's not just
it's not just pranks.
On your coffee cup. It's like what is it? We inform.
Don't fool them, entertain them.
Don't fool them, entertain them. And that's what I really really love. Is there's like a real humanity behind your magic.
Sure it is. I mean, at the end of the day, some people don't like the cop pranks, and I have all respect for cops and anybody in civil service or veterans or any of that stuff. But at the end of the day, you got to have a laugh at yourself as well. And I'm pretty harmless, But and also when you do stuff on TV or YouTube, you have to do stuff that gets a reaction.
Right.
Because if you don't, then you don't get attention. You do all good deeds and nice things, as you know. The news never reports that stuff. It's very rare. We always want to see a big car crash or a plane fall out of the sky, unfortunately. So with YouTube and that, you have to create something that still has a really strong human appeal, good, bad, or indifferent.
Right.
So we try to script a lot of our magic and videos with stuff that intrigue people, that keep people interested. So for one thing, the cop things really worked, and also we do the homeless thing at Thanksgiving and July 4th for the veterans. We do certain videos that go well with certain holidays and to give back. So it's not all, and we also teach tricks on my YouTube channel as well. So if kids want to learn stuff or take tricks to school with, show the kids, we also do that as well. So we try to make it a round kind of thing, so everyone gets a laugh or has a good time, So
your big trip to Cuba. What was this last one?
Great time. Well, about a year ago we went on a Uso Tour, my first one, which I've always wanted to go on.
Right.
And it was about 3.5 weeks.
You grew up with the whole Bob Hope thing.
I did, yeah. I watched Bob Hope and all that
Anne
stuff.
Margaret.
That's
and everything,
right.
Right.
And even Elvis did some of those tours, and then Toby Keith, of course,
Right.
and Kid Rock and everybody else. And so I always wanted to do one. So I did one last year with 2 other magicians, and we toured 5 different places. Went to Honduras and Greenland, Cuba, which is Guantanamo Bay, Ayotec, which is the submarine base off the Bahamas, and then we did a couple of U.S. Coast Guard bases in Puerto Rico, and I loved it. We were in Cuba, and I got to see where they have the Camp 5 and 6, where they have a lot of the people that dealt with the 9/11 attacks. They're still there. And to see the barracks and the jail cells is pretty real when you see that stuff, And you fly in and you see the people, saving our country and keeping it protected, and you see how they really deal with stuff, and you go, wow, this is really a way of life. This isn't just a movie, for 90 minutes. that's their lives. You
They're
see their
getting up
kids,
every single day.
their wives, their husbands are all there doing it, and it's really they're living to work, not working to live. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's very interesting.
Watching your coverage and watching your interaction, because I'm former military. My father was Air Force. I grew up
Okay.
at Nellis, and
Yeah.
I was married to an Air Force crew chief.
Okay.
People don't realize is that it's not just that man or woman who's serving in the military. It's their entire family.
It's their life.
Yeah.
It's their life. They give their life and their lifestyle to it. You're living on the base or beside the base or near it. And you're always on call. You know, something
Right.
goes wrong or whatever, you're living, you know, you're working to live. You're not living to work, you know what I mean? So, or you're living to work is what you're doing, you know, because it's a world, it's like being an astronaut.
Yeah.
That's kind of the same formula, you know what I mean? You got to learn that stuff and know what you're doing, and then when you're living it, you're doing it, and then you're up in space and you're working 24 hours a day when you're up there. You know, or
Right.
when you're at NASA doing your thing, because it needs that much attention. You know.
What is it like for you when people come from all around the world, and there is something that is universal about magic? That there's something universal about what you do.
Sure.
So you have this language that you share, even if you don't speak the language that they're speaking.
Yeah, it's like music. You know, music is universal. You know, that's the beautiful thing about magic. It's visual. So when you're in Japan or China or Taiwan or Russia or whatever, you know, if they don't speak English, it doesn't matter, because as a magician, it's visual. So unless you can't see it, it doesn't do anything for you. But as long as you got your eyes, everyone can share it because we're seeing it. Comedy is a bit hard because it's a different story, and that's back to speaking English or whatever language you do. But like music, even if you don't know a song in Latin, it still sounds beautiful. Or in French or in Russian, you still can enjoy the beat. So it's like music almost, where it is international. So it's a beautiful thing.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So, the dog person in me, I've got to go here. Right. My puppies, all three of them, have grown up at Smarty Paws, which is an indoor. It's a dog gym. I know that's kind of weird if you're not into the dog thing. It's like it's a dog gym, and it's got, you know, agility, etc. So this is like, I don't know how many weeks ago, I'm like going through all my Facebook feeds, and I see this guy with his latest little baby. The dog is about this big, all right, Smudge?
Well, there's Smudge, a white one, and then Bailey as the bigger one, and then Kahlua. But
Okay.
two go to class, yeah.
So there's two of them, and they're like little things.
Yep, little chihuahuas.
running up and down this. First of all, I was like so proud of you, because I think a lot of people who have small dogs
Sure.
don't train their dogs.
That's right.
But it was hysterical, the comedy of watching these little bitty dogs running up and down. The
Yeah.
agility stuff was just
Yeah,
hysterical.
it's hilarious. You know, they have the course there. It's over at Smarty Paws, which is on Rancho. They have two of
Rancho
them,
and
one on
Craig.
Russell and one on
Right,
Rancho and
right.
Craig. And I go there every Saturday for an hour, and I love it because it's an unselfish thing to do, because you're there for the dog. I'm barely awake, having my coffee, and it's an hour, and it's so much fun just to see them have fun. It really costs nothing. It's really reasonable, and it's fun. And you know, people always like, "My God, your dogs are so well trained," and I sit back and go, "I don't know about that." But see, big dogs, you have to train well, because they're so big. If you don't train them, they're going to jump on you and knock somebody over.
Right.
Little dogs, you can get away with it, and I think it's interesting you mentioned that. They're just as easy to train, and I think people should, because all mine are trained very well. Yeah,
Yes.
somebody comes to my door, they lose it like any dog, because they're
Right.
protecting the house and me. But I take them to this court, and they absolutely love it, because
Yes.
they get the attention. I'm with them. It's one-on-one, and they get treats after it, and it's all treat motivated. And they're going up and down ramps, through tunnels, jumping over things, and it's wonderful, and it's just a good time. And I leave, and I think it's such a fun thing. Some people go to yoga. Some people, you know, hike up a mountain. So this is what I do in the morning on Saturdays, and I enjoy it. It's great.
Right.
You know, it cracks me up. And I videotape them once in a while. I put up a video last week of Bailey doing the course, my brown dog, and it's great. Yeah, so it's fun.
The first one, I think Smudge was probably the first one I saw, because all I could
Little white
see
one.
was this little
Yeah.
little white thing.
Yep, that's
Like,
right.
it looked like a Kleenex.
Yep,
going
exactly.
down.
Yep, yeah, totally. Tiny little thing, weighs like 5 pounds.
Murray's
Yep.
training in Kleenex.
Yep, exactly.
But that's what I loved about it, was that, you know, you were actually out there. And tell us the story about how you got, because you weren't intending to get another dog.
No.
You just somehow managed to adopt a dog thanks to
By
Rockin' for
accident.
Rescues.
Yeah, Wrong for Rescues and Wagon Tails Rescue is the other one. And they did a thing at the Space, which is Mark Chinook's place.
Right.
And they said, "Hey, Murr, do you mind coming by?" And, you know, and I said, "Oh, I don't know." And said, "No, just come by. We got a ticket for." I said, "I don't mind paying." I said, "I just want to." No. I said, "All right, I'll show up." So I get there, and no dogs are supposed to be there, because it was a rock and roll heavy metal set. Because every month they have a different set. It's and it's either Beatles songs or it's heavy metal night or whatever. They kind of have a genre, and everyone locals come in and they sing and they do a wonderful job. And so So I'm there, and somebody's in the front row holding this white dog in their lap, and this music's really loud. I'm at the back of the room, and I can't hear. I'm like, who the hell has their dog in their lap? Their ears are very sensitive. So I grabbed Sam Radcliffe, who's organized. I said, do you know whose dog? I said, it's a bit close to the music. I said, it's not my dog. I said, but yeah, we should move that. I said, I'll let me work on that. I said, yeah, whatever. I know you're busy. So I'm sitting down. 15 minutes later, go by. The dog's still there. So I text her, and I said, hey, look, I'll hold a dog in the back for the lady. She always doesn't realize what she's doing to her dog because it's really loud in their ears. And it was loud. She finally grabs a dog from the person, and I'm standing in the back holding it. It's like, oh, the lady can enjoy the show. She probably hasn't a clue. I'm holding the dog, and on the bandana says, adopt me. Well, I assumed it was the woman's dog that she just brought to the event. That was a rescue. And I guess this dog was brought by the Wagon Tails rescue people or the foster people. And I didn't realize the dog was up for adoption. I was just trying to be a nice person to help this person enjoy the concert, and I don't care. I stood in the back. I think you're kidding me. So I sat in the lobby, had a glass of wine, and I'm sitting there because I can hear you can hear the music out in the parking lot. And so I'm sitting there, and everyone's talking. The dog just sat in my lap, and she was hilarious. A little funny looking thing with a snaggle tooth, and one eye's bigger than the other, and it's really looking weird. Looks weird like me. And so someone said, "Oh my God, it looks like you got another dog." I said, "No, I don't need another dog." I said, I've always had kind of 3, and I'm down to 2, and 2's great because I can fly with 2, I can walk 2, everything's good with 2. 3, it becomes a real rodeo. And I said, no. And then I met the foster lady who was taking care. Her name was Rhonda, and I said, you should maybe see if your dog's like this. I said, no, I don't need the dog. This is lovely. But and they said, well, here's my phone number. If you want me to bring him, we can keep her for a couple of days, see if. I said, well. So then I got home, and she called me, and I said, hey, do you want us to swing by the dog for a couple of days? And I thought, yeah, well, okay, let's bring her over. I'll be fine. And I had her for the 2 days. I kept her for 4. And on the weekend, she said, so what, have you made a decision yet? And I've literally called every friend of mine going, you got to adopt this dog. It's amazing. Trust me, I don't need a 3rd dog. Right. And I went to 2 or 3 of my friends, oh my God, I really like that. I said, but I don't know if I had. So, well, trust me, it's going to be amazing. If it doesn't work out, I'll take the dog back. I said, it'll never not have a home. No one would take her. And then by the Sunday, and I got her on a Wednesday, she said, so what do you think? I said, and the dogs got along. My little one that was younger, they got along great. The other one that kind of ran the show couldn't stand. I'm like, what's this 3rd dog? And I said, well, they got used to it. So finally, I said, well, come over. So I gave her the fee for adoption and whatever they charged, and I kept the dog, and that was the end of it. Now I look back and go, my God, it's the best thing I ever did. Now I got 3, and they all get along. They love each, and she's hilarious. She's like a class, and I named her Smudge because she's white with this brown smudge mark on the back. And it's a girl, but every time I say Smudge, she kind of looks like a boy. Everyone thinks it's a boy. But anyways, that's the story of my dog. But I love animals, and I can't obviously rescue anymore because 3's enough. But yeah, so
you have to check Murray out. He has all the dogs on Instagram.
Oh yeah, everywhere.
So cute.
I'm always bragging
and
about
in
them.
the morning, and he's like,
and my coffee.
You never even see him. You just see the dogs and whatever he's doing. It's like really, really great. Planet Hollywood, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Great show. You're dark on.
Dark Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. So 4 days a week. Yeah.
Right. So thank you for being on the show.
Thanks for having me. I'm always and come to my show. You're always a guest.
Absolutely.
So. Yes.
We will be right back with more of Live Las Vegas with Rikki Cheese.
Hey guys, it's Magic Murray, and it's Izadi, and it's Armani. But on YouTube, it's Izadi.
Izadi everywhere.
Izadi everywhere.
Those are my friends into you.
Yeah,
Armani.
and I'm so thrilled here. We're actually at the Graffiti Mansion. This is his house. And we're gonna do some really cool tricks on the side. You gotta hang out because I'm gonna walk around your house, and I'm just gonna find stuff and just do random tricks in your house. You okay with that?
You cool with that? In my house.
I know, that's why I'm scared. But are you down for some tricks?
I'm down for whatever.
All right, let's do it. Well, I only got a few minutes, so I'll do a couple of tricks, like random tricks. Is that okay?
Yeah, and I was telling him that you have a show down on the Strip.
Yeah, Planet Hollywood.
He's in a hurry.
Yeah.
If you come to Vegas, you gotta go to a show.
Planet Hollywood, 4 o'clock every day.
Well, welcome to the Villa Shangri-La.
Thank you.
It's a remote, beautiful, imaginary place.
Yes.
Where life approaches perfection.
Wow, that sounds like poetry. That's amazing. I'll buy in. Boom. Is it a timeshare? Let's do it, baby. This is great. Look at this place. Look at this place. I mean, this is unbelievable. I love this stuff. And of course, it takes a ton of money, man. You must love money. You like money, right? You like money. You know what? Can I use this box on your table? Is that okay? This is not. I love it. This is beautiful. There's nothing in it. Do me a favor. I want you to at the count of 3, point your hands at it and say a magic word. Just go for it. Just say a magic word. We'll count 1, 2, 3, and then you say the magic word. You got a magic word already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Phrase.
Whatever you want to say. It's your house, man. 1, 2, 3.
Stay lit.
Yo. Oh yes. Money, baby. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. See? Exactly. Money. Let's go walk around your house. I want to do some magic in here. This house is so cool. Can I use one of your magazines?
Sure.
Yeah? Luxury. Oh, you do a little shopping. Nice little. That's cool. Grapes. Nice little. Can I use this?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here.
Like junk mail, right?
It is junk mail. Yeah, it looks like junk mail. Here, let's do this. Here, I'm gonna have you help me.
Okay.
Let's see, just regular piece of paper, obviously. Let's do this. Let me just rip this. I'll get it in half. So one for you, one for me. You just follow me. Let's rip it in half.
Wait, so rip it?
Yeah, sure. Good, very nice. And then put them together.
Okay.
And then fold it in half again.
Okay.
Good. Yeah, sure. And then rip it.
This way?
Yeah, sure. Whichever way you want. You're the boss.
Oh,
Sure, yeah,
okay,
good.
okay.
And then take this and let's rip it again.
One more
Cool.
time.
Yeah, sure. Fold it up like that. You're doing good. And then fold it one more time.
Okay, so thick rip.
Yeah, and then a thick rip. Yes.
Okay.
Is that a technical term?
Yeah.
Nice. Put that there, and then let's see those pieces. Good. You did a good job.
Okay.
They're ripped. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tight. If you do that really tight, right, and go like this and this. And then we flip it over like that. Watch really carefully. Like this, we push it like that. Like that. Feel it, see it comes back together just like that. See, and then
Wait.
yeah,
No.
just back together, just like that. See, that's how you do it. Can I go in your kitchen? Look at the size of this. This is great. Can I use something in here?
Yeah, sure.
Can I, let's do something with, can I use these peppers? Is that cool?
Sure.
All right.
Okay.
And let's use, can I use these?
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right, let's do a card trick.
Okay.
Little card trick.
Peppers
Let's.
and a card trick.
Sure, why not? Normal casino cards, obviously. I guess you're, gambling. Nice, good
Okay,
for you.
yeah.
So I'm gonna have you pick any card you want. Just go for it. Any card you want.
Stop.
Right there. Great. Take the card. Have a look at it. Memorize the card. Don't show me though, but show our cameras. All right. Make sure they know what the card is. Got it? Yeah. Everyone got that? Now these are all different. Like you can see they're different cards, right?
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
not. Okay, great. I'll put that anywhere. Say stop whenever you want.
Stop.
Good, put the card down. Now you know what the card, now the card that you chose isn't like a joker or a copyright card, it's actually a legit card,
No,
correct?
It's like a card.
Okay, take them, shuffle them really well. Mix, shuffle. You any good at it?
Oh, yeah. Well, I think I am.
All right, I hope you are.
As much as I want.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, get out.
Good, yeah.
Here's the deal, man. It's a big deal.
Yes. Now also, I want to use these peppers, so point to a pepper for me, just point to one.
I like red.
Red, take the red one. Hold it, hang on to the red, that's your call, all right? Let's take the cards.
Okay.
I got an idea, let's do this.
Okay.
And hold the pepper out. All right, I'm gonna throw the cards at the pepper. And your card that you chose is gonna stick into the pepper. Like that, you know those guys that throw that stuff in the fruit? It's gonna stick right in there. That'd be cool, you ready? You know what your card is, all right?
I don't.
Okay, don't tell me, but okay. All right, here we go, ready? 1, 2, 3, ah! Damn, that'd have been great though, wouldn't it? I mean, that would have been, let me, you have an, here, can I use this knife? Here, do me a favor, cut the pepper open.
You hungry?
No, cut the pepper open. Before you do that, what was your card?
Oh, it's 5 of spades.
5 of spades, you cut it open. Go for it, make sure we can see it.
No.
Show the camera.
No. No.
Is that your card? That's it? Nice. Nice. I love it. Perfect. That's good.
Because he doesn't
And what's
want
funny is
stuff,
you can actually cut these open too, right? Do you mind? Nothing in there, right? And then this one, do you mind if I cut that open? You'll make a salad tonight, right? There's that. Nothing in these. So yeah, good choice. Good for you. Let's try something over here. Oh, here. Cool. Pringles. You like Pringles?
Once you pop,
I'm gonna
you
do.
can't stop.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna do instead of a card trick, I'll do a trick with Pringles. You pick a Pringle, you'll
Pringles
sign it, and I'll find it. Here, take the seal off the whole bit because you got to take that off. That was just for fun. I know, lame but funny. Can I get a bottle of water or something?
Yeah, sure.
Let's use this will work.
Well,
Great.
real quick.
Yes. Yeah. What? Can I use this? It's
Okay,
half used,
sure,
but
yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah, I was drinking it earlier.
Do you mind? Can I use it?
Yeah.
A little eye drink? Good. All right. Let's. Can I use this?
Hydrate.
Perfect. Yeah. Hello. Can we use? Let's here. Let's use this old party cup.
Okay.
Let's do this. Now watch carefully. You're watching.
I'm embarrassed of the red party cup.
Are you really?
I tried to switch
Yeah.
it clear, but I always
Not-
sneak their way back in the house.
Yeah, but you know why? Because it's the ultimate party. Like when you see this, you go, it's a party, right?
Yeah,
So,
first we paint, then we party, then the party doesn't paint.
is that what you do?
Yeah.
Watch. Here we go. Just like so. Nice. We'll just empty that.
Okay.
Perfect. Good.
All right, cool.
Magic wave. Wave something over your hand. Maybe give me a little.
deal,
You
and
like that?
it's a
Was very
big
nice.
deal.
Yeah. Watch. Watch this. Let me hold it over your head. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Bam. Yeah, gone. All right, moving on. Good. All right, perfect. Next. All right, let's keep moving along. Keep moving along. Let's do a card trick over here. Let's do it. Hey guys, what's up? You good? What up? I'm gonna do a card trick. Can I use you for a card trick? Stay right here, don't leave, all right? One last trick for everybody, yes? All right, here we go. All right, check this out, watch. All right, here, slide your chair to the left over this way. Or you can go that way, it's fine. So here's what we're gonna do, all right? Normal cards, yes? What's your name? Carla. Carla? Carla, all right. So we got a normal deck cards, yes, yes, yes. So I'm gonna have her select the card. You're gonna be verified, obviously, because you're the boss. So say stop whenever you want. Get it? Yeah, no, just say stop between 1 and 52 anytime in there. Stop. Right there? Good, take the card. Have a look at it. Don't show me. Memorize it. Show everybody here. I want everyone to see the card. Everyone get it. Lock it in. Got it? Make sure everyone's seeing it. Got it? All right. Say stop whenever you want. Stop. Good, put the card down. Good. Now the card that you chose, it's not a joker, is it? Or an instruction card or anything? Like it's not a, it's a normal card, yeah? Yes, you sure? I need to, can you shuffle, are you good at shuffling cards? Shuffle really good, that's enough, good. No, shuffle, mix it up really well. Shuffle, shuffle, mix, mix. Go for it, shuffle, shuffle, mix, mix. Good, all right.
I just shuffled 3 times.
3 times, yeah.
When you see what he did on the footage with it, yo, it's crazy.
So you done shuffling? Yeah, I'll take him back. All right, this card trick is just for your place. Like this is custom made for your home.
Well, you know what I think we have to do?
What?
The Magic Mansion. You're turning it into...
That'd be amazing, like the Magic Castle, like the Magic Mansion. I like it. I love it.
With your face.
I love it. Yes, I would love that. I'm all about my face on something, so long as it's good. So, you know what your card is? You still know what the card is, yeah? You haven't forgot it? Check this out. You ready? Check this out. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go!
Oh my God.
No! Card? Is that your card?
No.
Take it off. Take it off the window. Go for it.
No.
Yeah, go for it.
No, no.
Yeah, take it off the window. Is that your card? Yes? Mm-hmm. Nice job. You're hired. Is that your card? Wow. Yeah. Dude, thank you so much for having me over.
Bro.
Your house is unreal.
I don't want to thank you. I've been a fan for like years. I cannot believe everything you just did.
Thanks, man. Thanks for watching my stuff. And your house is phenomenal. And I love all that graffiti stuff you do, like at Christmas and all that stuff, dude.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what next Christmas is going to bring.
I think we might do like Arcade Mansion.
I love it.
We're looking for, maybe we need to do Magic Mansion.
Hey, I'm down. Let's do it. Let's make it happen, my friend. God. And what happened to your Jeep? Like, look at this thing.
Bro, yesterday we were off-roading. I have a concussion right now, I think. Like, I crashed off-road. I ripped the transmission from the drive shaft.
Dude, is that what's hanging down on the Hummer right now?
I think it's total. It's not like things not like.
You know, I saw this on your vlog the other day. That was it.
Yeah,
that was it.
Posted it today.
Dude, I'm serious. You know what? I got an idea. You know, because I do magic stuff. I kind of fix things. What if I fixed your Hummer?
Nah.
Yeah. What if I did that? Wouldn't that be cool? One last
You're
thing.
You're good. You're not that good.
You got time for it?
You're serious.
Yeah. Let's in my own way.
Look.
Yeah.
He says he can fix the Hummer.
Yeah.
Oh,
You want me to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's. Hey, Brendan, can you help me? Can I use this canvas before you put it away? Okay. And Danny, can you help me?
Serious? Look.
So, do you got like a can of?
Come on.
Yeah. Seriously. And do you have
like a $50,000 fix. Come on, man.
Do you have a can of spray paint?
Always.
Something? Okay. And I want you to spray paint on there something like fixed, F-I-X-E-D, something like that. They're gonna hold it up and just spray paint on there the best you can. Just go, nothing fancy, just make it happen. Seriously, yeah, go up there and guys, just hold it up nice and tight. Just write fixed or something, like F-I-X-E-D or whatever you want. Just write it on there and we're gonna fix, you read it on the scroll. What up, dude? Yeah. Where are you going? Where are you going? What are you doing? Where'd your buddy go? He's like halfway down the street, dude. Yeah, I guess so.
How did you get car, bro?
It's magic, dude. It's magic. Boom. Magic. So I can make Armani appear right here if you want. Boom. Just like that, too.
No way.
Yeah, see? You want to see it?
Right now.
Yeah. Here, don't move.
Right
Stay
now.
right. Yeah, check it out. Watch. Check this out. Watch. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Check this out. Boom! There he is. Yes! You're back. Yes!
No!
Yes!
No!
Yes! Enjoy the car. We'll see you in a week.
What the?
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed this video. You gotta check it out at Izadi. You'll see it in the description right here. Armani, thank you so much for having me over.
Bro.
It was so good.
I'm serious about that. I think we need to do the Magic Mansion.
I think I love the idea. I'm totally down for that.
Yo,
That'd be
stay
very
tuned.
cool.
We're gonna keep you guys in the loop.
Yes.
You know, I do magic as well.
Oh, do you really? Show me something. Let's do it. What?
Boom.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yes! No way! Look at you.
Yeah,
And a
look at that.
pirouette. That's awesome. Holy smokes, it's me!
Yes, you look, and look. Abracadabra.
Yeah, I love it. Yo, I love that. That's very cool. So this is what we're gonna sign. We're actually gonna take this, I'll sign it. Make sure you subscribe to his channel, @Izadi, all right? And the funniest comment, we're actually gonna mail this to you, autographed, signed, and then also check it out on his channel. I have a can that,
Yeah, so I have a can that I'm
right.
gonna make that you can win on my channel.
Yes.
If you follow Murray.
Exactly.
But you had a comment on both our videos. This video and my video. And
Yes.
there's 2 cans that you can win, signed by both of us.
And we'll mail them out.
Yo,
right?
Funniest comment wins.
I know. Hey, thank you so much for having me. Hey guys, make sure you like, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to his channel. Check it out in the description. Make sure you sign that for me. Nice and large. Doing it right now. And then funniest comment actually wins. We'll send it out to you. All right. So guys, until next time, I'm gone.
What? No! No!